Welcome to the third episode of Beyond Cinema. My name is Alex Ramirez,
My name is Luis Gutierrez.
and unfortunately, Kevin couldn't come today, so we're gonna start off without him.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about the movie genre of romance. Today, we have two wonderful movies, one of them being one of the most famous and greatest movies of all time, Titanic. Can you tell us the other one, Alex?
The second movie that we're gonna be talking about is In the Mood for Love by the year 2000.
And the first movie, we're going to talk about Titanic. Titanic was a movie about that romance and was protagonized by Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack and sorry and Rose DeWitt, played by Kate Winslet.
So, the movie starts with Rose, a wealthy girl who is trapped in a relationship with her controlling fiance, Cal. She is unhappy with her life until she meets Jack. Jack is a poor painter.
The movie takes its time to develop the romance between Rose and Jack. First, we see the first famous scene of the movie where Jack asked Rose to pose for him to do a painting of her, and develops the romance through a combination of elements. Here are some between Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt. The initial both show emotional vulnerability to each other, thing that makes them look more human and less like a fantasy relationship, which is something that many movies don't do well, that this movie actually achieve. But Alex, can you tell us about a little bit more about the famous ship?
The Titanic carried over 2,200 passengers and crews. It was a British passenger liner that tragically sank on April 15, 1912, during its maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City. It was the largest ship in the world at the time and was considered unsinkable due to its advanced design.
But ironically, the Titanic sank on its first journey on but following the sense of the movies connecting to this, after the Titanic hit against an iceberg, it started sinking. The crew, can you continue?
The crew is they're running around the whole place, and Rose and Jack followed to be together, and once they hit the iceberg, they were in a position which was very dangerous, and there could only be one survivor, and that survivor was Rose, because Jack decided to sacrifice himself for her.
And at the end of the movie, we see an old Rose is still having the luxury jewel that Jack gifted to her, and we see how she threw that jewelry out of the balcony of her home.
Louis, can you tell me the next movie and what it's about?
The next movie is Mood for Love from the 2000, that is situated on Hong Kong. But Alex, tell me about the protagonist.
There are two characters that are introduced into this movie. It is Mr. Chow and Mrs. Chan, two neighbors in 1960s Hong Kong who discovered that their spouses are having an affair.
Throughout the film, it was undeniable that both characters started to develop feelings for each other, and not only feelings, sentiments, since they had a similar situation. But unfortunately, for both characters, they had to choose two different paths and go back to their respective spouses.
It's crazy that they spent so much time together and didn't end up getting with each other. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. My name is Alex Ramirez.
My name is Luis Gutierrez, and thank you for listening to Beyond Cinema.